So I didn't get amazing marks for uni, but I got some good feedback responses. So it makes me a little bit nervous about doing this course, but I'm not going to give this one up like I did with the music. No, I really want to keep doing this. Masters in ethics, it's important. More important than the marks that I get. And I just wanted to add some things to my stories about my mental illness. I suppose the upside of it, the upside of my mental illness is, although whether I like it or not, it makes me very narcissistic. It also, there's something that comes along with that narcissism that is like a deep love that I have for myself. Because the fact that I think that there's all these important people that could be doing, anything they want with their lives is interacting with me, it makes me feel important. But I think it's not just important though, it makes me feel like I have something to offer. And it makes me want to continue to create. And that almost is enough without actually having to... It's a friendship, really. And it's almost enough of a friendship to have that than real friends. Like I have some close people around me, and then I have a sort of outer close people around me. I have people around me, but I don't have a group of friends, and that's because my group of friends is, this, possible delusion. But it does definitely give me a sense of love. But on the downside of it is that it's not real, and the downside of it is that it can lead to other more extreme thoughts, like sometimes I'll just sort of contemplate some kind of bug or something that's been implanted in my body, or my car has been bugged, or just longing for this delusion to be real. It makes me sick. Like I was cleaning the office one morning, and I heard some music, and because the brain is so temperamental, for a minute I literally thought that, not just the way people are using that word, I literally thought that like a flash mob was coming down the street with Pharrell Williams at the front and singing, and I'm like, here they come. Until it was a sort of a split second, or maybe longer, maybe a second, and until I sort of realised the music was on and went, yeah, that's right, reality. But so it's not healthy, really. But then what's wrong with that? I thought a flash mob was coming down the street all for me. That's not so bad. Pirates, yes, they rob I, down to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, my hand was made strong by the end of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing? These songs of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall we kill our prophets while we stand aside and look who? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't we help to sing? These songs of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song. Songs of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song. Ma took these guns off me. I can't use them anymore. It's getting dark. Well, it's too dark to see. Yeah, I feel like knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh yeah, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Oh, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Ma, take these bags off me. 'Cause I can't use them anymore. It's getting dark. Well, it's too dark to see. Yeah, I feel like knocking on heaven's door. And then, if I'm going to be really honest, there is also the delusion that Anthony Kalidas is in love with me. Oh, that one's a hard one to swallow. And the only reason why I'm doing this, as embarrassing as it is, even to, if people knew me, I knew and saw my YouTube, I would be very embarrassed. But in some ways though, when you get it out into the open, and I could do this with a therapist, but I feel like it doesn't give me anything. She's just going to say that's a delusion, and I'm just going to get angry and go, oh, but it might be true, like I do to my boyfriend. Yeah, so when I get this out and I'm owning this, I'm totally owning this, it kind of, I let go and, yeah, and I mean, I still think that there could be something healthy in that. So yeah, this thing about, I think this almost begun with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, because I wrote them a poem and I thought, that's right, I wrote the Red Hot Chili Peppers a poem and I thought that they'd really liked it or something and wanted to start up a conversation. And I also wrote Angelina Jolie a letter about wanting world peace. And yeah, and I think that's how by also putting some wacky things onto Facebook, along with connecting with some famous people, I kind of thought that that was the rational link of why people ended up knowing who I was. So yeah, so that's the other downside, that instead of enjoying, I can't listen to the radio anymore because I started to think that Fifi and who is it? Fifi and Dave were talking about me all the time on morning radio, and so I can't listen to the radio anymore. I only really watch shows, like reality shows are good, because a reality show, that's not going to have me in it. These are the reality people or whatever. And this is about cooking. And yeah, I like something where I can learn. I kind of take these cooking values or something, learnings, and relate that to my life in a way. I think you can learn something from reality TV. Yeah, so I can't listen to the radio. I've tried, and every time I do, I think that they're talking about me. Yeah, and I'll be searching through YouTube, trying to find something that relates to me instead of just, yeah, that relates to me instead of just enjoying something for what it is. I wonder whether famous people kind of suffer that, of just getting so egotistic that you just end up looking for stuff that is related to you, or some story that you're related to, or some in circle joke, and then you're devastated when I find some things and go and really like get connected and feel really good, and then but when I don't, I feel it's like becoming famous and then losing it all the time, even though I'm not, but in my mind I am. But yeah, there's been so many people that I've felt have reached out to this story, that I can't even, I'd feel guilty if I tried to name them all, because I'm sure I would miss somebody, even though, why would I, because they'll think that I miss them, even though this isn't real. It's the funny thing. But I don't totally think it's not real, that's the thing. So, but yeah, Anthony Colitis. So I look up Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I normally always find something that connects to me. I have to say Beyonce, because that's just been a recent kind of thing. Yeah, but and I kind of, in some way, I'll be, whatever I'm singing in my music or whatever, like I will be trying to, that's whatever someone might think I'm doing, I am probably doing what you think I'm doing and relating to your story in some way. And yeah, and so because I'm trying to give back from someone else that's given to me, then yeah, it helps me to continue being creative, which I think's a good thing. It's been good so far, even though it's kind of embarrassing and everything. I want to keep doing it. I don't know why, I just do. Maybe I want to actually, something to come of it. Maybe if nothing comes of it, maybe it will just depress me. But then, If that's the case, then I'll just close it all down. I mean, what am I doing anyway? Nothing really. I'm just writing silly songs without any music to them. But I am. Oh yeah, and then one day I was making my video about the game and me being a champion, and ironically or sardonically, or I don't know, in a funny way, while I'm sitting there thinking I am a champion in this story I have in my head and expressing that, I actually forgot to go to, and it was a total forget. I was staring at the invitation even for literally like, I don't know, a couple of minutes, and it didn't click. So it wasn't just that, it was this other thing too. And I forgot to go to my good friend, who we haven't known each other for that long, but we are making some music together, and he's the producer, and this is real music, not just some YouTube famous delusion thing. I forgot to go to his wedding. So that's when you start to go, I think I need to get my feet back onto the ground and bloody, just come on, Sarah, this is ridiculous. Yeah, so luckily he was very good about it and didn't make me feel too bad, but I'm still figuring out how I can make that up to him, because yeah, like, this is someone I'm really making this dream come true with, and I totally don't honour his wedding of all things. So yeah, so these are the negativities about this mental illness. And if anyone else has a mental illness that's similar to this, where it's like, I'm studying a master's at university, although my marks aren't that good. I'm only getting H2s and H2B, so yeah, not great. Alright, I'm getting good feedback. They say I'm passionate, hard thinking, and nice things like that lecturers say when they're like, oh, you're doing a good job though, it's alright, even though you're not really making a good argument. But if anyone has where you're totally functioning, but then there's this like grandiose kind of delusion that's just stuck in your mind and it won't go away, but everything else is not, like, you just, it's this weird kind of, like, what kind of illness? What kind of illness is, like, I could understand being mentally ill where you're not, where it's a whole lot of delusions, it's, whatever, but this is the stupidest delusion that you can have. Like, I mean, it's not even that bad. It's just, like, where you think that you're friends with fame, like, who cares anyway? I just really don't get it. But if anyone else has something like this, please get in contact. I want to meet some other people that have these kinds of mental illnesses, because it's not like any others. It's not even like schizophrenia or things like that. I mean, there is an element of being, I also feel I have a connection to a spiritual teacher, but that could, that doesn't really make me feel mentally ill. There's a lot of religious people that think a lot of weird stuff, so I can live with that. But this other thing, I do struggle with. And if anyone else has it, please get in contact and let me know, I don't know, just what you think about it and how it affects your life and whether it goes away. And yeah, cool. Okay, bye.